Well, hello and welcome back. Starting off with some very exciting news, and I have such a great video for us here, but we have got to cover this. It seems that the Sussex's takeover of October is really off to a strong start, as Fortune magazine on X has shared this with us, saying Fortune MPW is excited to welcome Meghan Duchess of Sussex, founder of As Ever, to our conference, October 13th to 15th in Washington, D.C., and they've given us a link to the agenda and full list of speakers. So, what is Most Powerful Women? This is their franchise started in 1998 with the publication of the first ever Most Powerful Women in Business ranking. So they welcome us to join women from the world's most influential businesses along with Fortune's award-winning journalists for a candid, in-depth conversation about today's business landscape and the new leadership models that are shaping where we go next. Also on the agenda, a gala dinner, Michelin star meals, exclusive activities, and networking with a peer group like no other. And this year's theme is Leading in a Dynamic World. Business and the world are changing fast. So how do global leaders respond to this complex environment in a way that drives their companies and societies forward? So that's what they're going to be tackling over, and they will be having a whole list of people there. And as I've mentioned before, they are excited to share with us that Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, will be an honored guest. And Meghan will be joined by some very huge names. I'm just reading off here on the landing page. Selena Gomez, who we all know, famous actress, who is also founder of Rare Impact Fund and founder and creator of Rare Beauty. She is also a billionaire, I think, because of the success with that brand. I'm also seeing Kamala Harris on there as well. Huge name. And Cheryl Estrada right there, co-chair of Fortune MPW Summit. Also there, man in the mix, Jamie Dimon, who is the special guest speaker, who is the chairman and CEO of JP Morgan Chase & Co. Beth Ford, who is chief executive officer of Land O'Lakes. Tan Sushan, who is CEO of DBS Group Holdings. And Tony Towns Whitley, CEO of Science Applications International Corporation. There's just a whole list here of, people who are chairs and CEOs of massive companies worldwide. And it's interesting, on their landing page, there is Melody, who we all know. Meghan is someone who absolutely looks up to her. She's a mentor to her. So this is interesting. Meghan, once again, being sought after as an entrepreneur with this massive success that she's had with As Ever. Everyone wants to know how she has navigated the business climate and how she's continued to evolve and expand. So that's going to be fantastic. Once again, the Sussexes continue to win, and we are here excited to share this with you. So this is the first story of the day. You got it here live. Share your thoughts on this in the comment section below. So now on to the main story of the day. This one was so good. I just wanted to share this with you. This is once again Harry in his wheelhouse, highlighting his advocacy on mental health, and right now a special spotlight on men. This was a great one, so I wanted to share this with you. So let's get straight into this story. Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, joined Movember, the leading global men's health nonprofit, for an evening conversation that laid bare a crisis hidden in plain sight. American men are dying younger, struggling more, and suffering in silence at rates that demand urgent attention. The reception at the Australian American Association in New York City launched the real face of Men's Health USA, a groundbreaking report from the Movember Institute of Men's Health that combines hard data with human stories to reveal what's killing men, and why so many never ask for help, and why a majority, 53%, pass away prematurely. Journalist Brooke Baldwin moderated a conversation between Prince Harry and leading researchers including Zach Seidler, Movember Global's Director of Men's Health Research, and Calvin Abbasi of the Andron Project. Dr. Derek Griffith from the University of Pennsylvania, Brian Hillman, Senior Research Fellow at Movember and co-author of the report, and Matti Navalu from the ICONIQ Iconic Impact spoke on a separate panel about the research. What emerged from both dialogues was a portrait of American masculinity at a crossroads. Prince Harry, who has spent over a decade working with veterans and advocating for mental health, spoke about a pattern he has witnessed across communities: the profound isolation men experience when they believe no one will understand what they are going through. Quote, "Yet when I speak to men, the same struggles keep coming up," he said, which tells me that the weight they carry isn't uncommon. The biggest barrier is the belief that no one will understand. Loneliness convinces you that you're the only one, which is rarely true," end quote. This isolation shows up starkly in Movember's research. Men consistently underestimate how many of their peers support open emotional conversations, reflect on a wide perception gap between private beliefs and assumed norms. In 2023, American men had a life expectancy of just 75.8 years, ranking the United States 27th out of 31 OECD countries. They go on to say that mental health challenges hit younger men particularly hard. More than 1 in 4 men aged 18 to 34 reported experiencing mental ill health in the past year, with rates peaking at 32% among men aged 30 to 34. Prince Harry addressed social media as what he views as one of the most urgent alarm bells. He said many young men are being raised by algorithms that make them feel powerless and hopeless. Rather than real mentors, they seek guidance online and find themselves in digital spaces designed to maximize engagement through outrage and division, not to support healthy development. He argued that changing the incentive structures of these platforms, rewarding connection and empathy instead of exploitation, could fundamentally shift how boys grew up. The conversation touched on the fact that men need different pathways to connect. Movember's research confirmed that rather than immediately sharing feelings in a circle, men often connect more naturally while working on shared projects or tasks together. This insight has shaped how effective men's health initiatives create spaces for vulnerability. So they also go on to cite the Duke's work with Invictus Games, showing him what becomes possible when strength is redefined, vulnerability is respected, and recovery is celebrated as courage. He noted that the role models young men needed aren't necessarily celebrities, but dads, coaches, and friends who choose honesty over silence. He noted that members of the military and first responders can be some of the most powerful role models if they are able to share their struggles. They are the real superheroes, Prince Harry said. The conversation repeatedly returned to a central insight: connection saves lives. When men hear "up in there too," walls begin to crack. The challenge now is creating more spaces online and offline where these conversations can happen, where seeking help is normalized, and where the definition of strength expands to include emotional honesty and asking for support. Harry said, quote, "I found myself speaking to many veterans and sitting down with them. I realized the silence is killing people, stamping out the stigma globally. We've come a long way. Access to therapy is still a massive problem," end quote. So there we have Harry. We have also some images from this talk where he is sharing these insights. You can also see the men who were with him on the panel. It seemed as well to have been a packed house from what we can see. We are glad to have the Duke of Sussex once again in this setting with fellow men, encouraging them to know that opening up is all right. Asking for help is actually a strength. So once again, let's just continue to extend that love and compassion, especially in this case to the men around us, and create spaces for them to have these conversations about how they really are feeling emotionally. So this is very important, and I just want to know your thoughts on this in the comment section. So once again, the month is starting off very strong for the Sussexes in New York, and we know that they're going to be there on the 9th and the 10th. So much more news to celebrate. They will be also attending the Project Healthy Minds World Mental Health Day Festival on October the 10th. So it's double this time around for the Sussexes, and we are going to be soaking up every moment of their time in the Big Apple. It's going to be a full-on event with both Harry and Meghan included as speakers, so we will get to see what the couple have in store and what anecdotes perhaps that they would love to share. So keep it here, I will be covering that. There's been a lot to be covered today. I would like to know which particular parts of this occasion stood out to you. Share that with us in the comment section below. And now, before we log off, allow me here to thank those of you who support this channel financially and shout out a couple of you here by name. A special thank you to you, Susanna Maria Onoja. I truly appreciate your willingness to give. The kind of love and care that you have shown is truly remarkable. Thank you for being a part of this community. I am warmed by the gesture of your love and care and kindness. Thank you for being you. May God bless you exceedingly abundantly above all you could ask or think. A very special thank you to you, Jennifer Clark 2165. You are always a blessing. Thank you for the generous love that you have shown. I truly appreciate you, and your love never goes unnoticed. May God bless you and yours, sending you a very warm internet hug. And a very special thank you to you, Yvonne Sibisi, who is also a channel member. I'm so glad to have you as a part of this team. You are a blessing, and we always appreciate the kindness that you show time and time again. And for brightening this community, I just want to say that I love you. You are truly generous and kind. Thank you, and God bless. Once again, thank you to all who support this channel financially, to those who like, comment, and share. I appreciate you all. If you liked this update, give it a thumbs up, click subscribe. Follow on social media. Links will be in the cards and in the pinned comment. I love you all. Have a great day and keep it here for more. And I will catch you in the next one. Have a blessed one.